Sawasdee good morning and thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. Today is Sunday, November 23rd, 2014 and you're with me, Surapat Lautaranarit. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. Now on to today's headlines. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has called for all Thais to adjust and prepare for the integration of the ASEAN community, which is to be realized next year. Speaking during his televised address, General Prayut said Thailand needed to strengthen its human resources in terms of knowledge, education, and expertise in various professions and languages in order to accommodate the wide-ranging developments in trade and investment. He added that there would be increased competition and that all Thais need to act in a timely manner, given that the formation of ASEAN is approaching in about a year from now. He noted that Thailand's technology needed to be kept current and ahead of its neighbors, while small, medium, and large businesses are required to support one another and strengthen their network. He also promised that the government would lay down measures to accommodate trade and investment from overseas, and appropriate incentives for investments would also be provided. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has asserted that he has no intention to amend the Joint Investment Bill but will make improvements to it. General Prayut stated that sections of the bill regarding the investment process would be revised to make it shorter and more investor-friendly. As for the digital economy policy, the Working Committee is now devising a framework which would be implemented to promote the use of technology in the current economy. The framework will then be proposed to the Cabinet for consideration in the beginning of December. The Thai government is also planning to encourage giant overseas companies to invest and open their regional offices in Thailand. He reiterated that the government is doing its best in moving the country forward, despite a few problems with the Thai economy. The Premier cited the financial aid scheme for farmers as an example which has been slow due to certain issues in the registration process. General Prayut said the government would take actions in case any irregularities are found. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, together with the Embassy of India in Thailand, is organizing an exhibition entitled Father Bapu, Love for the Nation. The exhibition is aimed at promoting His Majesty the King's and Mahatma Gandhi's development philosophy in commemoration of His Majesty the King on the occasion of his 87th birthday. Upon the auspicious occasion of His Majesty's 87th birthday anniversary, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, in collaboration with the Embassy of India, Bangkok, is organizing an exhibition at the Ratanakosin Exhibition Hall, Ratchadamnern Klang Road, during December 3rd, 2014 to January 4th, 2015. The exhibition will showcase the thoughts and development works of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Mahatma Gandhi. The content will be displayed under three headings: environmental development, rural development, and development philosophy. The exhibition will allow the visitors to experience rare images, documentary videos, and quotes of the two great leaders, as well as learn the stories behind them. For more information on the event, please visit worldwideweb.nithatratanakosin.com. The Energy Ministry said it would go ahead with a plan to build clean coal power plants in the southern provinces of Krabi and Songkhla to ensure the country's energy security. Energy Minister Narongchai Akaraserani revealed that the plan was in line with the government's policy to establish power plants in all parts of the country. He expected that Krabi's coal power plant would be able to provide electricity into the national grid on a commercial basis by 2019. The project has already passed public hearings, and bidding for its construction will be opened in 2015. The ministry has also appointed a new committee led by Hmom Rachawong Pridiyathawn Thewakul, Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs, to draw up energy conservation plans, including an orderly reduction of energy use in the country. The ministry has continuously implemented energy conservation plans by, for example, introducing LED lamp use in government offices. Recently, the Cabinet has approved the campaign Amazing Thailand 2015, Discover Thainess, with the objective of increasing Thailand's tourism income to 2.2 trillion baht by 2015. Kun Sotchun Lim Griengkai has the details.
The Ministry of Tourism and Sports told the Cabinet that all relevant agencies have been instructed to translate the national tourism development strategies into action, in accordance with the National Tourism Development Plan from 2012 to 2016. The plan consists of 5 strategies. The first strategy seeks to develop infrastructure and facilities for tourism. The second strategy involves the development and rehabilitation of tourism sites for sustainability in tourism. In the third strategy, emphasis is placed on the development of products, services, and factors to support tourism. The fourth strategy seeks to create confidence in Thailand and promote tourism, so that the country will welcome a greater number of visitors. The fifth strategy calls for the participation of the public and private sectors, as well as local administrative organizations in tourism management. In his weekly televised public address, in the program Return Happiness to the People, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha said that Thailand's tourism was starting to pick up. The number of foreign visitors has been on the rise since October 2014. The number of foreign visitors has been on the rise since October 2014, and hotel occupancy rate in December is already high. The Prime Minister believed that international tourist arrivals in 2014 would reach more than 25 million. In order to promote tourism on a continual basis, he said the government has designated next year as 2015 Discover Thainess, which emphasizes country's unique cultural treasures and the Thai way of happiness to be passed on to international visitors. With political stability now restored, the Tourism Authority of Thailand is launching the 2015 Discover Thainess campaign under the creative tourism concept. Under this concept, tourists can immerse themselves in exclusively Thai activities, such as Thai boxing, Thai massage, Thai cooking, Thai classical dance, Thai way of life, Thai culture, and Thai experience. The Minister of Tourism and Sports, Gokkan Wattanawarankul, stated that the government gives the first priority to security measures, especially for tourists, by planning to implement more surveillance cameras and lighting tourist destinations across Thailand. More tourist police will facilitate and ensure safety for tourists. Zoning laws will be improved to enhance sustainability at various tourist destinations. In addition, she said major efforts are being made to ensure that all tourist attractions have clean toilets and facilities for people with disabilities, who will comprise a growing percentage of future travelers in view of aging societies worldwide. This is Sotchun Lim Griengkai reporting.
The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, held a meeting with members of the public to gather their opinions and suggestions about the drafting of the new constitution. NLA First Vice President Surachai Liengbullerchai told the gathering of Democratic Network representatives and political and social activists that data and information gathered would be used in the country's reform and constitution drafting. He said that NLA members have been given a chance to work as people's representatives and are therefore obliged to listen to public opinions. He indicated that from now on, the NLA would conduct similar meetings continuously until the drafting of the Constitution is completed, which is expected to be around mid-April 2015. Mr. Surachai opined on this occasion that Thailand's problems have been accumulated for a long time without a right solution by the past administrations, thus giving rise to serious conflicts. However, in his opinion, the problems could be overcome by public participation and support. Also, he emphasized that a people-based democracy must be able to grow sustainably by itself without the monopoly by any influential groups or capitalists. The democracy needs not only a fair election, but also a check and balance power in which people could impeach corrupt politicians or official position holders. The NLA has also passed a bill regarding air traffic offenses, which establishes jurisdiction over crimes committed during flights. After the special committee delivered its report of the bill, along with its proposed amendment, the NLA voted 174 in favor of the bill with 5 abstentions. Meanwhile, the NLA members have also concurred to propose an amendment to Section 43 of the bill in order to provide a clearer definition of various air traffic offenses. Crimes committed both within and beyond Thai airspace are subject to punishment according to the Thai law. The law, in essence, sets out to define various criminal offenses punishable during flights, and is an update from preceding laws to coincide with modern treaties and severity of punishments. The NLA has granted final approval to the Ivory Trade Bill, which has been equipped with heavier punishments for effective enforcement. During its third reading, the Ivory Trade Bill was given the green light by NLA members on a unanimous vote of 169 with 4 abstentions, allowing it to be enacted into law. The bill, which contains a total of 21 sections, had undergone a series of amendments in the second reading, especially on its penalties against perpetrators of ivory trade, export, import, and trafficking. Those committing such crime would now be subject to a prison term of up to 3 years and or a fine of up to 6 million baht, as opposed to the previous punishment of a 1-year jail term and or a 2 million baht fine. Moreover, the 5,000 baht fee applied to each license for exporting, importing, and trafficking ivory was increased to 50,000 baht. The Amendment Committee also proposed that the draft law be renamed so as to cover the possession of ivory and any related transactions besides trading. Another suggestion was made to have the Department of Administration include the DNA of each domesticated elephant into its identification document in order to prevent owners from keeping wild elephants illegally under other elephants' names. The NLA members voiced support for all the proposals and agreed to leave them to the Cabinet's discretion. The Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, has convened to establish a framework for the drafting of the new charter in the next 5 months. According to CDC member Kamnoon Sithisaman, the committee will conclude all the details sent in by other relevant parties on December 29th and use all the gathered information as a blueprint for the new constitution, which is expected to finish within the next 5 months. Meanwhile, CDC spokesman General Lertrat Ratanawanit reported in the meeting that representatives from the Democrat Party have agreed to meet with the CDC to talk about national reform next week. At the same time, key members from the Pheu Thai Party will meet with the CDC later, but they will not be officially representing the party. The Thai economy in 2014 is likely to expand by 1%, a drop from the 1.5 to 2% predicted earlier by the Office of the National Economic and Social Development Board, or NESDB. It is, however, projected to expand by between 3.5 and 4.5% in 2015. Kun Sotchirn Lim Grieng Kai has this story.
Deputy Transport Minister and NESDB Secretary General Akhom Termpithiyapaisit said the predicted growth rate of 1% resulted mainly from the lower than expected growth of the Thai economy in the third quarter. The global economy in the third quarter of 2014 expanded at a slower pace than it did in the second quarter, especially the United States and the Chinese economies, while the Japanese and the European Union economies remained weak. Agricultural export prices also declined significantly, causing the export value to contract following the expansion seen in the second quarter. The sales of passenger cars continued to decline by 41.9%, while budget disbursement in the fourth quarter of the 2014 fiscal year was at 20.8%. Lower than the 25% targeted. The disbursement rate for the entire 2014 fiscal year stood at 89%, which was lower than the 95% target. The recovery of tourism remained slow, as reflected by the lower than expected tourist arrivals in the third quarter. As for 2015, the world economy is expected to grow by 3.6%, a slight increase from 3.2% in 2014. Due to stronger recovery in several major countries. A stronger global economy in 2015 should also boost the world trade volume, which is projected to increase by 4.8%, higher than 3.8% in 2014. According to the NESDB, exports are likely to grow by 4%, private consumption expenditure by 2.6%, and investment by 5.8%. Inflation is expected to be in the range of 1.4 to 2.4%, compared with 2.1% in 2014. The current account surplus will remain in surplus of around 2.2% of the GDP. The Thai economy in 2015 is likely to accelerate from 2014 because of an improvement in the export sector, in line with the further recovery of the global economy. The tourism sector and investment situation will pick up, together with an increase in government expenditure. Other factors include a sharp drop in crude oil prices and less base effect caused by an expected high volume of car sales and production. However, there remain some risk factors and limitations, which could reduce the economic growth from its potential level. These include currency movements and economic policies in major economies, the fluctuation of currency and the volatile global economy, and dampened household income caused by the slump in agricultural prices. Even so, the economy will remain sound in 2015 as a result of lower inflationary pressures and continued surplus of the current account. This is Sotchirn Lim Grieng Kai reporting.
And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
Maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. Third core value, being grateful to parents and teachers.
that to me. Stop it.
Huh?
Don't you get it? I don't need you anymore. Enough. We're through. There's someone else in my life.
Say no to the past. Bring your own bag. Say no to plastic.
Faithful Buddhists are invited to donate to the building of a huge Buddha statue known as Praputta Metta. It's to be constructed at Tepratan Temple, Soidao, Jantaburi. With a 20,000 baht donation, the donor's name will be engraved on the foundations of the statue. Those wishing to contribute may make their donations at the Royal Thai Embassy or at the Consulate General in each country, 7-Eleven convenience stores and stores with counter service signs, Rung Thai Bank, Siam Commercial Bank or Bangkok Bank. Please contact the phone numbers shown for more details.
Welcome back to Newsline, now time for ASEAN and beyond. Chinese President Xi Jinping met with Micronesian President Manny Mori on Saturday in Nadi, Fiji, pledging to see closer exchanges with the sub-region of Oceania, which comprises thousands of small islands in the western Pacific Ocean. Xi stressed that China always treats any other country in an equal way in international society, whether it's big or small, rich or poor, based on principles of mutual respect and sincere assistance. Xi added that China respects the way of development that Micronesian people have chosen and is willing to keep exchanges with the island country in fishery, new energy, infrastructure, economic, and technological fields. Mori said the relations between Micronesia and China have made great progress after their diplomatic relation was established 25 years ago. The bilateral cooperation has greatly benefited Micronesia and its people. He added that Micronesia has always adhered to the One China policy and would like to work with China to boost bilateral relations. The president also showed his support for China's plan to cut emission by 2020. And in global news, mascots from past Olympic Games visited Rio de Janeiro's landmark Sugarloaf Mountain as part of the build-up to the unveiling of the official mascots for the 2016 Games to be held here in Rio. The mascots for the 2016 Games have been revealed on November 22nd and will make their first official appearance on Monday. Rio will have two official mascots, one for the Olympics and another for the Paralympics. About 40 or so lucky kids from a low-income neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro were invited to the famous Sugarloaf Mountain, which overlooks the city's picturesque Guanabara Bay, with views of the Christ the Redeemer statue in the background. The kids were treated to a story time about the Olympic Games before they were surprised by past Olympic mascots, Wenlock and Mandeville of the London 2012 Games, Misha, the vintage bear of Moscow 1980, Athena from Athens 2004, and the friendly cow Funiu Lele from Beijing 2008. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook or visit our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. And for now, we're going to say goodbye with some beautiful footage of hoarfrost on Doi Intanon. I'm Surapalao Tharanarit. Thank you for your company and have a wonderful day. สวัสดีครับ